Guys, I am at the upside down house in Landmark Enugu. Wait, let me show you something.
View the ambience of the house. Okay, you're not seeing it well. Hopping out of my car, closing the door, pressing the key, walking to the house. Ekuke feeling funky. Oya, see the house. Police officers, greeting my friends and families, hailing everybody, giving them my phone. Fine girl opening the door, me walking to the chair, me sitting down feeling funky. Fine girl going inside her office, me seeing the whip of fashion against many old men, but you no catch my papa. Rules and regulations guiding the upside down house. Ensure you are secure and confirm the entry ticket. No touching of equipment. For safety reasons, wait for wear comfortable shoes. No jumping on things. Children must always be supervised by adults. Now, let us listen to the history of the upside down house.
Long before Enugu became the bustling gold city, the land was known as Enugu, the top of the hill, home to Igbo communities celebrated for their craftsmanship, storytelling, and spiritual bond with the earth. Among these communities was Nike, a town of 24 villages shaped over centuries by migration, war, kinship, and resilience. The village of Ogoyi, one of Nike's oldest settlements, stood in what is now modern Enugu as far back as the era of the slave trade. The Nike people were known for defending and expanding their lands through strategic warfare and slave raiding, establishing camps along their borders to keep enemies at bay. From the lineage of Nike's earliest settlers came Nze Ogbuefi, a master builder whose family preserved the traditions of Uri art, wood carving, and ancient architectural knowledge that produced wonders such as the Unsudi pyramids. In the 1940s, he built an extraordinary home at the foot of Milliken Hill. The people called it Ulondin Cheta, the house of memory. Constructed from red earth and timber, and decorated with traditional motifs, the house embodied the spirit of the Nike people, strength, resilience, and creativity. For decades, it stood witness to Enugu's transformation, from the rise of coal mining to the rebuilding of communities such as Ogoyi Nike, Ibagwa, and Amokbo after the war years. Then, in the 1980s, as Nike Lake emerged as a symbol of peace and healing, the elders resolved that the House of Memory should be moved there and preserved. They believed the younger generation should see the craftsmanship of their ancestors and remember the deeper story of Nike, its migrations, battles, and the legendary matriarch, Ogunye, whose descendants founded many of the surrounding villages. When the time came to relocate the house, something unexpected happened. Though aged, the structure was impossibly heavy. No cart or group of the village's strongest men could move it from the foot of Milliken Hill. Each attempt ended the same way. Rope snapped, wheels sank into the earth, and the ground trembled beneath its weight. For 3 nights, the elders consulted shrine keepers and wise men, desperate for a solution. On the 4th night, thunder rolled across Enugu, though the sky remained clear. Then, the old marsh paths beneath Milliken Hill, long swallowed by bush and trees and forgotten since the earliest days, began to fill with water. Streams rose where there had only been dry earth, winding through the forgotten path like silver snakes towards Nike Lake. From those flooded paths emerged crocodiles, dozens of them, larger than any seen before, their eyes glowing like fire in the night. They moved silently through the forest, through the hidden waterway until they surrounded the house of memory. Word quickly traveled from one surrounding hut to the other. To the amazement of some of the astonished villagers, the creatures lowered themselves beneath the house and lifted it onto their backs. As distant drums echoed through the darkness, dozens of the ancient crocodiles carried it slowly on the march, along the ancient flooded route through the thick jungle between the Licking Hill and the lake. At dawn, all the people gathered at Nike Lake to witness where the house had been placed. They gasped. The house stood upside down. Its roof was rooted in the earth, while its base stretched towards the sky. The crocodiles had vanished. When the elders saw it, they said, "The spirits have chosen how it shall stand." Yet, when the first shock passed, another conversation began. Some younger men suggested turning it upright again. But as they studied the strange new position, the elders noticed something remarkable. In its inverted form, the house had become even more powerful. It made people stop, stare, and ask questions. Some saw symbolism, others saw irony. Many saw heritage presented in a bold and unforgettable way. To force it upright again would risk damaging the fragile old structure, and some said the anger of the gods. So, the elders made their final decision. Let it remain as it arrived. Its form will remind our children that heritage must be viewed from many angles. And so, it stayed. Today, as landmark Nike Lake Resort, the upside-down house stands as a living reminder of Nike's layered history, its migrations, mythic ancestors, wars, artistry, and enduring lineage. To some, it symbolizes how tradition survives even when the world changes. To others, it reflects the Igbo spirit, adaptable, ingenious, and ever creative. But at its core, it is simply a beautiful piece of history, preserved with wisdom, embraced with pride, and transformed into legend.
After watching the history of the upside down house, I realized that the historical owner is Chief Ogbuefi. Now let's enter his house. This is his welcoming bar. Guys, join me. Let us enter his house and know why it is called an upside down house. See his bicycle. It is getting creepy. Entering the house, seeing everything upside down from the beginning. See the children's bed. Climbing the staircase to see his parlor. See Chief Ogbuefi's parlor. Everything is upside down. I know a lot of you want to see the way I am standing inside the house. Oh yeah, wait, let me show you. Look at me. Once you enter the upside down house, automatically you are going to be walking upside down. This is his kitchen. This is where Chief Ogbuefi cooks with his family. See his toilet. After successfully touring inside the upside-down house historically owned by Chief Ogbuefi of Nike Land, we decided to leave the house, and this is the exit staircase, and at this point we are out through the window. Hey! This is the upside-down house. How crazy could it be? I must tell you, it was creepy. This is Nike Lake. My brother. Yeah.